Let's jump into the fair foul, JC, man. Barkley. All right, we're coming off an All Star weekend. He said he doesn't even rank LeBron over Kobe because Bron is too nice to be the GOAT. All right, is that a fair take, or is Barkley, leaning too heavily on the old school biases?
No, I think it's fair, and it is an old school bias, though. Like you got to understand who's saying it, right?
Yeah,
I grew up with LeBron's what 2, 3 years older than me, so when I
yeah,
grew up playing basketball, I would say LeBron was the best basketball player in the world, right? When I was
yeah,
17, so I have a different view of LeBron than Charles Barkley does, right? Charles Barkley
mm-hmm.
grew up in the day and age of the bad boys in
Mary.
Detroit, Jordan,
Yeah,
and all of those guys, the fights, like the Lonzo Mourning, all of those. He grew up in that era where you had
mm,
to be like mean. You had to be almost like a gangster because there's
yeah,
gangsters out there that you're gonna play in the playoffs. It ain't like that no more, bro. It ain't
yeah,
like that no more, Osei.
yeah,
It ain't like that.
yeah,
So for me, I Charles Barkley, Shaq, all of those guys, they're validated in every point that they say because they played the game. Now they've been on this side of it for 20 years, but they're still fans of the game. So you gotta respect them, everything that they say. I think it's fair. I don't agree with it, but I do think it's a fair criticism. It's just a little biased because he was in the trenches. He was
yeah,
there 20, 30 years ago, banging with the big
yeah,
guys, literally fighting on the basketball court. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, you have one scuffle, you're out for 20 games, right? It's so
yeah.
different now. And I think it's fair because he has that, that background of tough physical basketball from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and Barkley wasn't a nice guy
He
when he
was
was in the
not.
league.
He was
He was
not.
not
But
known
but
as
but Osei, people do feel some type of way when they
yeah,
see other athletes have success and they're the
yeah,
opposite of what they are. They're like, I don't
yeah,
know how he's so
yeah.
good and he ain't nothing
He's
like
not like
me.
he's not like me.
He
Yeah,
not like me. I
yeah,
don't understand it.
right,
But
right.
I think that's where you have to respect LeBron because he's really
Yeah,
not a cold-blooded, like ice in the veins, black mamba, black Jesus.
yeah.
He ain't like that.
Nah,
But
he ain't like that. He ain't
he's
like
had
that. But
20,
he still
what,
ball.
22 years of NBA
Yeah,
success. Like
yeah, yeah,
no one has done that. You know,
yeah,
Tracy McGrady, not Tracy McGrady. Vince Carter played 20 years. Dirk Nowitzki
yeah.
played 20 years. There are guys
Yeah,
that played 20 years, but on their 20th year, you don't even know they're in the league. You look on the bench, you be
right.
like, oh shoot, that's Vince Carter on the
Yeah,
bench. Like,
right.
no, LeBron's been starting at an all pro level, not all pro, all star. Sorry, I'm thinking football, all star
Yeah,
level for 20 something
yeah,
years. So it's
yeah,
like he's doing something right. You might not
yeah.
like the way he's doing it, but he's doing something right.
Right. Now he came in the league and I think I heard Gilly say he was like the best player on his team when he came in the league. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
At
Like, you
18.
know, yeah, at 18. So it speaks volumes, man. Again, that's another anomaly.